The following episode may contain inappropriate material. Listener discretion is advised.
Calling all units, be on the lookout for Mattalk, the captain.
Love it. That is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a police-themed episode. It's John and Jason back at you for Mattalk. In fact, you mentioned it. It's called The Captain, and we'll dive into it headlong here in a little bit. But before we do that, how have things been, man?
They've been good. Yeah. I can't complain.
Yeah, same here. It's been
getting towards the end of the month.
Yeah, right. And man, where does the time go? I can't believe it's almost August. And
I know. Seems like it was just a minute ago.
Yeah, just a minute ago it was May, and now it's August. I don't know. I guess that's what happens when you're just creating such great content that everybody loves.
Yeah, the time between recording episodes it seems to be going a lot faster.
It does.
It's almost instantaneous.
Almost. Anyway, something coming up, Jason, that we should probably tell the listeners about, and that is the Columbus Podcast Awards, because Mattalk has been entered once again, and you still have a few short days to vote for us, to walk away with some hardware. Again, for those that don't remember from last year, we need your votes to get us out of the first round of the competition and hopefully get us into the finals. And you can do that by just going to columbuspodcastawards.com/nominations, or just click the link that's in the description for this episode and go over to the TV and film tab, select us, put your email in, and your vote counts. We really would love to win and to show some love to all of the fans of Matlock. So all you Mattalkers and Matlockers, we need your help to get us some votes so that we can walk away winners in the Columbus Podcast Awards.
What do you guys like to be called, Mattalkers or Matlockers? Let us know. Email us at benmattalk@gmail.com, and also to comment on the awards. John said I was allowed to go with him this year.
I didn't say you weren't allowed to go last year. We had this discussion last episode. You totally forgot about it. I cannot be blamed for this.
I don't remember that. I don't remember forgetting about it.
I think you did. I told you about it.
Maybe.
You didn't buy a ticket.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. I see how it's going to be. All right. I'm not going to live this down until these awards have been handed out. So, but nonetheless, help us out. Vote for us, please. We'd really appreciate it.
You are officially not the worst hotel booker anymore.
Oh, really?
Yes. When Kylie and I went out of town, the hotel I'd booked on Priceline, it was a 2-star hotel, so shame on me, but this was definitely a negative star hotel. We pull into the lot, and the main window is boarded.
What?
I'm like, all right, it's fine. It looks okay from the outside, from where we were at that point. I couldn't see the rest of the hotel, but the outside looked clean. It just had a boarded-up window. I turned the corner, and like half of the windows are boarded. There's a gang on the second floor, and the reason I say it's a gang, they definitely had some colors on that would be questionable. And there's bullet holes in the side of this hotel.
This is in Nashville, by the way.
Nashville.
Might as well go ahead and tell them.
Very sketchy people hanging out outside. And I turned around. They tried to charge me for it.
Did you tell them? You're like, listen, you have bullet holes in your...
I called Priceline.
Okay.
I didn't even call the hotel. I didn't want to talk to them. I should have read the reviews on Google because, boy, were they a hoot.
You didn't read the reviews on Google before you booked the place?
I read the reviews on Priceline.
Oh, they were different?
Yeah, the reviews on Priceline were fine.
Okay, so the Priceline reviews were okay, but in reality, the Google ones were like, no.
Yeah, bull. That hotel hadn't been 2 stars since 1928. So apparently,
by the way, was it the Congress Inn?
No, it was an extended stay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which is
no. You know what? Never mind. My wrestling joke failed. That for those of you that are in the know, the Congress Inn that was a wrestling joke. That's in Memphis. It's not in Nashville. My bad.
Yeah, but Nashville's a fun city.
I want to go, man. I really do, but just it wasn't in the cards. As again, sticking on this tangent of pro wrestling, this weekend coming up is a big pro wrestling event, WWE SummerSlam, and of course, there's a bunch of other shows going on as well, including Ric Flair's last match. And I actually thought about going because it's only like a 5-hour drive. And
Didn't
I'm
Ric
like,
Flair have a last match like 10 years ago?
Ric Flair's had many last matches, yes. And I don't believe that. That's the other reason why I'm like, well, I don't know if I really need to shell out all this money to go, because guaranteed in 3 years when he's dead broke again, he'll come back for yet another match.
Is he fighting Hogan? Please tell me they're fighting.
No.
Just watch them both go out on stage and then like their bones shatter.
No, there was rumors that it was going to be Hogan, but who is? It's a tag team match.
Hey, brother.
It's a tag team match, and I can't remember. I think it is. I'd have to look it up real quick, but I think it's FTR and Ric Flair versus the Rock and Roll Express, and I can't remember. I have to look that up. So, but nonetheless, I'd be happy to book you a hotel. I mean, if you wanted, I could have booked you a hotel in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It was a very nice hotel.
I wish I'd stayed in Cleveland, Kentucky, but that's another story. We're here to talk about everybody's favorite
Wait a minute,
lawyer.
time out. We can't leave the people hanging because they want to know why I'm terrible at booking hotels. I need to tell them the story.
We've talked about it on here, I'm sure. I gave you crap for like 4 years.
I booked a hotel that I thought was very close to the Monroe Pop Fest.
It's like an hour away. But some of the guys from Three
know.
Geeks appreciated it because we didn't have to stay in Michigan because they're big OSU fans.
Yeah, I could care less about Ohio State University football, but anyways. Okay, all right. Let's get to it then. We've rambled on and talked about a variety of topics that nobody cares about, because the people that are listening, they care about one thing. Jason, Benjamin Matlock,
Tyler Hudson.
No. We'll talk and see. Will Tyler make an appearance on this episode?
Spoiler alert. No.
Oh, you ruined it. All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our opening statements.
This is the part of the podcast where John talks about all of the guest stars and appearance that they appeared.
That is true. Let's talk about The Captain. It first aired on January 10th, 1989. And dude, we have some high-end guest stars. Are you ready for this stuff? Here we go. First, we have Richard Hurd. Many of you looked at this gentleman and said, I remember this guy because he's been in literally almost everything. He will be playing the role of Captain Edward Hanna, but you may also know him as Jimmy McGowan on NYPD Blue, Admiral Owen Paris on Star Trek Voyager, Wilhelm on Seinfeld, Secretary General Noyce on SeaQuest 2032, Captain Sheridan on TJ Hooker, and I could spend the next 40 minutes talking about all of his other items on his resume.
This guy's still kind of going strong. He was in The Mule not too long ago.
Yes.
He was in Get Out.
Mm-hmm.
What a good movie that is.
Unlike The Mule.
And he was in Star Trek Renegades, which, if you don't know what that is, it brings back the original actor who played Sulu. It was a fan film, which is it's cool that he participated in that. And yeah, NYPD Blue. This guy has seen it all. Wow, NYPD Blue was on at the same time as the OC. Like, I forget that show was so recent when it ended.
Yeah, you're talking about NYPD Blue.
Yeah.
All right, our second one, which I think we've talked about him before. He appeared on another episode. Albert Hall will be playing Assistant District Attorney Corballis. You may also know him as Bruce on Men of a Certain Age, as Judge Billington on The Young and the Restless, as Judge Walsh on Ally McBeal, as Alan Milliken on 24. Yeah, and I don't think it's been too far removed. I think it was an earlier season 3 or maybe late season 2 episode where he was the assistant district attorney. So Albert Hall making a reappearance here on Matlock.
Yeah, Albert Hall.
All right, let's talk about the gentleman.
Let's go through his IMDb real quick because I love this part of the podcast. Days of Our Lives is Judge Davis.
Okay, yes. He has quite a few credits, too. Like, doesn't he have almost like 75 credits or something?
Yeah, he was in Ali as Elijah Muhammad, Ally McBeal. He was in Ally McBeal a lot.
Uh-huh.
Wow, Ally McBeal is a good judge show. And so, hey, he was in The Practice, playing the same character from Ally McBeal.
Yeah, the dude's got some chops. All right, let's talk about Joe Erla, who plays the role as Sergeant Jerry Reese. He played several characters on Law and Order SVU. He was also Dugan on Seinfeld. And personally, two favorites of mine in terms of the TV show. He played Jake Benedict on Homicide: Life on the Street. And he played, and are you ready for this? This is the character's name. He played U.S. Attorney for the District of Maryland in multiple episodes of The Wire.
Oh, nice, John. You probably just love this guy.
I gushed. Well, actually, can I be honest with you? I was trying to remember who the heck the U.S. Attorney for the District of Maryland was. I was trying to figure out what season it was and trying to reminisce because it's been a minute since I've watched The Wire. I will confess to that.
And then John looked up and saw his poster on the wall and goes, "That's the guy."
I do not have a Wire poster hanging up.
I didn't say you had a Wire poster.
Oh, yeah, I had a poster
Joe
of Joe Erla.
Yeah.
All right, our final one. I know you're going to love this guy. Okay, this final one. Charles Martinet. He will be playing the role of Bo Edmonds. And if you open his IMDb, you see he has 209 credits. And they're all for being the voice of Mario.
And Luigi.
I've
reached out to this guy. I want to get him on my podcast.
Really?
Yeah. No luck yet.
Okay. So, I mean, dude, he's the man.
Yeah. It's a me, Mario. That is that guy, only better than the way I just did it.
That's right.
Wow. Like, this guy gets Nintendo money. Like, there's Disney money, and then Nintendo money has to be pretty close to that.
Ooh, where does that rank in terms of Star Wars money or Marvel money?
That's Disney money.
Oh, that's right. It's all tied into Disney money. That's right. You said...
I
wasn't paying attention. You said Disney money. My bad.
All right, nowhere near Disney money, but there was a few years ago, I could have sworn, like, I had this theory that Disney was going to purchase Nintendo.
Really?
Mm.
Why?
Or at least contract them to be their in-house video game maker.
Really?
Because they did some crossovers with Marvel.
Okay.
Like, they got some exclusives and so forth, but it was just me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been the voice of Mario since 1991. Mario Teaches Typing.
Wow. Mario Teaches Typing?
Which I'm pretty sure I have played.
Really?
Yeah.
As a kid?
And there's a Teaches Typing too. That's probably the one I played. Was probably two.
Okay.
Because I took 1,000 Men and a Baby. It was in that. I took typing classes in high school. I wanted that easy grade.
All right. Well, Jason, we've covered all of the guest stars. So my question for you is this. Are you ready to give an opinion? Your opinion, only your opinion. So help you.
I do.
Then it's time to
testify. John is going to tell us all about the episodes. So sit back and enjoy while I give commentary.
The plot. I'm glad that he explained it to all you listeners who've been with us since
that
day
explanation
one.
was better than the last episode we recorded. His explanation.
That's true. Very true. The plot. Ben is hired to defend a police officer who has been accused of murdering another police officer. Opening scene. We see a bunch of old-timey pictures of police officers intercut with looking down the barrel of a revolver. We cut to a scene of the courtroom, and Captain Hanna is on the stand testifying. He stopped a suspect without probable cause, even though he knew this guy was guilty. But he didn't have probable cause. He stopped him in the street. He went through his stuff, and he found an illegal weapon.
Yeah. I'm not going to get too into it, but this is a very on-topic discussion that is happening in the world today.
I think so. I think that this has been a topic that has been in our country for a very long time. The sometimes abuse of power of police officers. And, I mean, we're not going to get into it because that's a whole other podcast for another time. Just my bottom line and my own personal opinion is this. There are good people in this world, and there are bad people in this world. And there are good businessmen in this world, and there are bad businessmen. There are good barbers and bad barbers. There are good cops, and there are bad cops.
Yeah, my barber is awful.
Well,
it's me. I cut my own hair. I take a razor and take it all off.
Way to interrupt the seriousness of my soliloquy, if you will.
I'm sorry, but this is a comedy / Matlock
That's true.
podcast.
That's very true.
This guy is almost as pleasant as the guy in the previous episode we talked about.
Well, here's what I wrote down. The case gets thrown out, and I put down Hannah equals the new Punisher. That's what I envision. Like, to hell with the law, man. I'm Dirty Harry, Charles Bronson, and the Punisher rolled into one.
Oh, my God. If this guy is still with us, make an old man Punisher with this guy. Please, Disney, Marvel, we just talked about
Listen.
you. We gave you a shout out. I want an old man Punisher on the same lines as like a Logan,
Okay.
but with this guy.
Do we really need an old man Punisher?
With this guy.
Okay.
Yes. If I ever do a remake Revolution on 3 Geeks podcast, I will be texting John because I'll forget this guy's name and be like, what was
Richard
that guy's
Hurd.
name? And John will be like, it's Richard Hurd. And I'll be like, that's the Punisher.
Okay.
That's all I think about now. Richard Hurd as the Punisher, not John Barenthal.
All I'm thinking about is how awesome it would be to have some of that Disney money.
Yeah.
You know what
Disney.
I'm saying?
We will sell out in a heartbeat.
That's right.
You want to put your imagery all over Mattalk, just let us know. It'll be Disney presents Mattalk.
Oh my God. What happens if they buy Matlock? Then they're going to charge us to review episodes. You know that, because that'll be another revenue stream for them.
Or they'll pay us to do it for them.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
We have gotten way off tracks already, and we're not even midway through this episode.
Well, I mean, they can relate. Everybody's dreamed about Disney money.
Does Disney money actually have Mickey on the front instead of U.S. presidents, and it's like blue?
Like, I want to know where Disney rates up there with like Amazon.
Oh, dude.
Do you think they're pretty close to each other?
I
Or do you
think
think Disney kills it?
I don't know. I mean, we could use Google to figure that out.
Are we going to start going to Disney.com to order our packages when Disney folds in Amazon?
I think Amazon folds in on Disney.
You think
I think
Amazon
that
buys
way.
Disney?
Wow, I would see that more than the other way around.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Back on track, if you will.
Let us know, people, what you think. Email us, benmattalk@gmail.com. That's a fascinating discussion.
And by the way, you could also reach us via Twitter, and that is at @MattTalk_podcast, or on Facebook at MattTalk Podcast.
And yes, I know I could go on Google and find out which one makes more, but I'd rather hear from you, the people.
That's right. The people. Hey, let's talk about some people. That being Ben Matlock, who runs into Captain Hannah in the hallway. And they know each other, but we're never told how until like almost the episode's over. But
Well, John, when we see each other, we don't go, hey, John, I remember you from space. I'm so glad we're still friends. Let's sit down. Let's hang out. Let's record a podcast.
about your travels in space.
Yeah, John.
There you go.
Let's talk about Richard Hurd and how he should be the Punisher.
We then go to a scene where Edmonds, the voice of Mario, is coming out of a bar, and he's killed by this mysterious person. And the only thing we get is a glimpse at a little silver hair, if you will. So you think it's Hannah, but you're not 100% sure, right?
We do get an okie dokie.
Do we?
No.
As the bullet goes through his face. Okie dokie. Ah!
Okie dokie. It's me, Mario. That makes the scene more depressing, knowing the dude just shot Mario.
Yeah, this is 2 years before he starts being Mario, though. This is 89. So, I mean, but yeah. Depressing.
Yeah, way to bring us all down.
Literally killing one of our childhood memories.
Before he became a childhood memory.
That's true, though. That's true. Anyways, so Hannah shows up to help out with the investigation, and he claims it's a mob hit, and he argues with this rookie cop named Shanley. And right here, I put down, Hannah is, and underlined 4 times, the Punisher. There's this vague threat from the rookie cop that, like, oh, this is your doing, Hannah, which I thought, that's kind of ballsy, like out in the middle of nowhere, mentioning it.
When John says the rookie cop, he is not talking about Nathan Fillion, unfortunately.
No, the rookie cop is Shanley. Jim Shanley, I believe, is his first name. And Reese is another officer who kind of calms the situation down. Then we cut to a scene where Jim Shanley is in a bar and Hannah shows up. And Shanley tells Hannah, hey, man, I think you're dirty. I'm investigating you. Like, people die around you. So Hannah does not take too kindly to this. Here's my question. Just the guy that's playing this role of Shanley, he just doesn't seem like he's a cop. Am I wrong on that? He just kind of seems like this is not the job for you. I don't know.
I didn't really notice it too much, except for the whole time I'm watching it. I'm like, have we already done this episode? Like, maybe I had seen this episode recently and just don't remember, right? Because I try not to watch the show without the context of the show, but that's why I texted you halfway through. I'm like, these are the episode that I'm supposed to watch, right?
Yeah. The captain you thought that we had already done?
I thought we'd already seen it.
No, we haven't. So maybe it just ran recently somewhere.
Or maybe I saw the actor somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We cut to the workout room, where Hannah sneaks in, and then he goes into the office. He swipes Reese's key to his locker. He then goes, unlocks the locker, switches guns with Reese, and then leaves. Hannah then shows up at Shanley's house. He pulls a gun on him. He makes him call Reese to say, meet me in this alley. Hannah forces Shanley into the alley. They struggle for his gun. It fires, and Shanley's dead. But Hannah KOs Reese, who's coming down the alleyway, and frames him for the killing. Now, here's my question. Why Reese? Like, why is he the patsy in this particular instance? Because there's really no tension between Hannah and Reese.
Maybe because Reese was
friends with Shanley?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it's never really explained.
I mean, that makes sense because they he planted stuff on them, and if they're friends, it's easier to believe the story.
I guess so. Cops come and they find Reese waking up from his KO with the gun in hand, and all of a sudden there's also cocaine and a lot of money in the possession of Reese.
Let me just ask this question.
Sure.
The guy would not have been able to shot him the way that he had and then taking a nap. Like, did he not pull up and realize this guy's sleeping? Like, why would he take a nap next to his victim?
Yeah, I mean, there seemed to be like, no, we're not going to. In fact, that Reese is a cop too. Like, he didn't get any like, hey, wait, let me explain. He didn't get any of that. They just automatically was like, oh, well, he must be guilty. Here's the cocaine. Here's the gun. Here's all the evidence. And I thought that there would have been at least a little leeway coming from the other cop.
Oh my God, the evidence is all conveniently wrapped in this package for us.
Nice. Okay, so Hannah and Bob Brooks gets the ballistic reports, and it turns out that the gun and the bullet both match. And so Ben is there to interview Reese, and Reese is like just claiming none of this is accurate. Shanley claimed to have dirt on Hannah. Reese tells Ben that he needs to go talk to Officer Dawson, who is the partner of Reese. And so he does so. And Officer Dawson believes that the drugs were set up. And to me, this part was very confusing because she seems to know the facts about the case. Isn't there some confidentiality among officers? Because Bob Brooks is investigating, Hannah's investigating. You should know all of the facts, right? Or am I wrong on that?
I don't know.
I mean, in common sense, it would seem like you shouldn't be talking about this because it's an ongoing case and we're investigating it, even though it's, and it's one of our own. We got to catch one of our own's killer.
Well, maybe she didn't. I mean, obviously, she didn't fully believe what they were saying, so maybe she's going rogue.
I guess. I don't know.
She's the Mel Gibson of this episode, the Lieutenant Riggs, if I may.
Awesome.
She does not believe that this has gone down the way that they are portraying it.
So Dawson agrees to work with Ben. And she explains, all about Shanley's investigation, and Ben is shocked about this. And
here's a very heartwarming scene. She's like, I lost my grandfather at one point. Would you be my grandfather? And Ben's like, oh, I absolutely would.
That did not happen.
But in order for this to happen, you have to help me with this case.
That's not.
And she's like, oh, and then they had an emotional hug. It was very touching.
You're rewriting this episode. That did not happen. Not at all. Anyways, so Bob Brooks tells Hannah that there is a red sweatshirted guy that has been seen a few blocks away. And I think that we kind of overlooked this, that the guy in the red hooded sweatshirt was in the alley at the time of the murder, that he was witnessed leaving the scene of the crime.
This is one of the annoying things about this episode for me is dude can change the sweatshirt. Like the whole entire episode, They're like, we're looking for a guy in a red sweatshirt. Like, that's the stupidest thing ever because a lot of people wear red sweatshirts. And clothes come on and off.
Yeah, I thought they were doing this as a pun, like as a little inside joke because it's a red herring.
Maybe.
The man in the red sweatshirt, it's a red herring.
Maybe.
Spoiler.
That would be brilliant.
That would be. That's the only thing I could come up with, but yes.
That was in my notes. Like, couldn't they change the sweater?
Did this guy never shower and switch clothes? Yeah. All right, so Dawson and Ben interview a guy named Malcolm. He is the CI, if you will. Malcolm won't talk, though. He's like, I'm not talking to you guys. But there was allegations that maybe Hannah was getting illegal guns through him and whatnot. And I wrote down, if Tyler Hudson was here, he would get the info. He would get it. he would get it from Malcolm, either through the smooth way or the not so smooth way, if you're picking up what I'm setting down.
Yeah, John just spoiled it for everybody. Tyler Hudson is not in this episode.
I'm spoiling a lot here in these last
I'm just
couple
kidding.
minutes,
I spoiled
aren't
it a long time ago.
That's true, yeah. What are you doing? Why are you blaming it on me? I'm tired of being your scapegoat. I didn't invite you to the awards show.
He said it here, folks.
Stop it.
I am going to clip that out, and that is going to be the new intro for the Three Geeks podcast. I didn't invite you to the live show, which will be funny because we're not live anymore.
No, we're not. Well, we were planning on doing some live shows, but...
No, I was talking about Three Geeks.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mattalk, because
Yeah.
that was something that was in the works. We were going to think about doing some live shows, but that hasn't come to fruition yet.
Not yet. If
Not
you guys
yet.
would like us to do your birthday party, you can email us at benmattalk@gmail.com. John does one hell of a cake, and we come with hard candies. So, got a grandparent that loves Matlock. We are there.
We come with podcasting equipment and Werther's Originals.
And a cake.
And a cake. All right. So we cut to a scene where Captain Hannah is just storming up and down the street asking everybody about this guy in a red hooded sweatshirt. Man, Richard Hurt is very overacting on this one. He is just absolutely like just barking at people and just being way over the top. He confronts some heavy metal punk dude, and then Ben happens to just be in the area, and so he questions Captain Hannah about the allegations. Hey, man, this is what they're saying, you know?
You were roughing up that guy pretty hard.
Yeah, exactly. He even calls him out on the police brutality there. Like, you know.
Ben is not subtle when he interviews people. I don't know if he's doing that on purpose or if he's really trying to be subtle and act like he doesn't know, but he's not subtle.
He is not.
It's like, I got my eye on you. That's what he might as well be saying.
He might as well. We see that Captain Hannah has made his way to Shanley's house. And he's in there. He's looking for something. And all of a sudden, Ben stops by. And Hannah almost shoots Ben. But there's a noise. And Ben stops going like down the hallway. And he goes and finds out that it's Officer Dawson is there. And Ben's like, I think I heard something. They go back upstairs. There's a window open. No Hannah. First of all, how many people are stopping by this house to find evidence? And they're doing it at like an ungodly late hour.
Apparently everybody.
Yeah, apparently it's the place to hang out.
At that particular moment in time.
I'm surprised that punk rocker didn't have his band there playing in the garage.
It's like a clown's car by this point. Yeah, people just crawling out of every window. Like if I were to spoof an episode of Matlock, it would be this one or the one we did a few weeks ago.
Which one did we do a few weeks ago?
The DJ.
Oh, the DJ one? Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Ben and Reese talk about how someone could get his gun. And Reese goes, well, look, you know, the master key for all these lockers are right there in the office. So anybody that has access to that office can open any of these lockers. So now we have this idea from Reese that maybe another cop framed him. So Dawson finds out that there are 5 cases in which they were all dismissed where the suspect was adjudicated and they ended up dead. And what do you know? Captain Hannah is in charge of all the cases.
Yeah, he is.
Uh-huh. And it's this point in which we find out how Ben knows Captain Hannah, because the very first case of Ben,
When he still had hair.
when he still had brown hair,
Brown hair.
Hannah was his star witness. And so Ben shares the theory with Hannah that the killer is a cop. And how does he know this? Well, because number one, he would know the routes of the police car. So he would know that car is coming, and he could very easily do what he needed to do, escape, and the cops would be like, oh, look at this. Here's this murder scene we stumbled across. And then
With the evidence in a box.
with the evidence neatly laid out for them. But don't forget about the chokehold. I mean, that's some stuff straight out of the UFC, man. And that's what KO'd old Officer Reese. Ben does show Hannah a list that Shanley has of like all these cases. And so, you know, Shanley, he's on to him. Hannah's perturbed about that. And we cut to another scene of Hannah back on the streets. Now, I have to ask real quickly. There is a group of women on the corner of the street that Hannah's like yelling at and wanting names and all this jazz. Were they supposed to be prostitutes? Because I think that the way that they were placed on the corner of the street, and they were dressed a little more, what should I say, liberally.
Probably. That's cops. They are a good witness
The prostitutes?
because
Yeah.
they see a lot.
Sure, right, yeah. But I was like, okay, all right, like nice subtle hint there.
Yeah.
But punk rock guy shows up. Hey, dude, I know where the red hooded sweatshirt guy is.
Yeah, because nobody else wears one in this town.
No one in Atlanta wears one. Yeah. Despite the fact that the Atlanta Hawks have red on their jersey. They're red, gold, and white. So
like, would this cop have lost their mind if like a whole group of hooded red sweatshirts came around the corner?
do you know the Captain Hanna would have lost his mind if he was here during football season in Columbus, Ohio? There's plenty of red hooded sweatshirts with OSU all over them here in
Tell me
town.
what you're looking for, sir? Yeah, I'm looking for the guy with the red hooded sweatshirt. Which
100,000.
one?
100,000.
Again, back
sir.
to my spoof idea. There would be a whole mob of them.
You know what would be awesome? They should be advancing towards Captain Hanna, like with the West Side Story snaps.
One of them will have white stripes. If you know the reference for that.
I didn't get that reference.
Where's Waldo?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, I didn't get that because I'm still looking for him, damn it. So Hanna goes after him. The guy in the red sweatshirt is running into this building, and he starts running up these steps. Hannah's behind him, running up these steps. How big was this freaking building? Because they went up 3 staircases. They jumped over like various different rooms. I'm like, how big is this?
This chase needed the Benny Hill music.
It did. It did. Absolutely it did. 100%.
And I got to ask, where the hell did Ben come from?
I know. He was hanging out behind like broken wallboard, and he's like, hello there, Chief Hanna. Oh, excuse me, Captain Hanna.
Is he like Spider-Man? Did he like swing across the city to get there? Because there's like nothing that hints that this, like, how could this be a setup?
Because Tyler should have been in charge of this setup. If that was Tyler behind that wallboard, behind that
Maybe
drywall,
it was supposed to be.
and maybe it was. Maybe, unfortunately, he was written out of the script. But yeah, like, I don't see Ben hanging out in abandoned warehouses.
Like, is he just waiting up there? Like, did he bribe the red hooded sweatshirt guy?
That's what I believed. Yeah, that he bribed. Hey kid, here,
I'll give you half now and half later.
Yeah. Well, in the scene even gets weirder. All right. So Ben appears from nowhere to catch
Ben
Hannah.
was playing hide and seek. Dang it, you got me.
I never did find Michelle. I don't know where she is.
She's with the DJ.
Nice callback. She's fooling around with that Arthur scumbag guy. So Hannah's about ready to shoot this dude, by the way. We're glossing over this. He's got his revolver ready to go. And so, in a very weird way, Ben says something about the red sweatshirted guy is not a witness. And so Hannah's like, well, then if he's not a witness, I can't arrest him, or something weird like that. And then Hannah's just like, let's all go home. And everybody does. I mean, like, right? Like, I about shot this dude. You said that he's not really a witness. Well, let's just forget it. Let's call bygones bygones, and let's just head on home.
I can't believe you didn't even ask the question. Like, where did you come from?
Yeah, nothing. Like, how did you arrange this, Ben? What? Like, yeah, they're supposed to know each other, but yet Hannah doesn't ask the key questions of, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, Ben, what are you doing here? Well, Ace is at my house fixing something else. So I figured being in an abandoned building was better.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I like this episode. Spoiler alert.
Okay, well, hold that thought for a few more moments here, all right? So Ben goes back to the workout room. When out of nowhere, Captain Hanna arrives. And Ben, again, talks about this list and talks about the St. Jude medal, right? And this point, I wrote this down. I'm surprised Hannah hasn't tried to kill Ben yet, because I just expected that to happen. Like, especially, like, I don't know, when you're hanging out in an abandoned building, you could easily just shoot both the red sweatshirt guy and Ben. No one would be the wiser.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even just pin it on the red sweatshirt guy. Oh my God, he shot Ben Matlock. And then I shot him in defense, But anyways, there's a St. Jude medal that is missing. All right. It's MIA. And supposedly, Hannah had one that was given to him by his wife, and everybody in the unit got one, because that's how much it meant to Captain Hanna that he had this St. Jude medal. And so, as Ben's alluding to that he's going to go look for it, Hannah has him, quote, held, end quote, That's right. The cops reluctantly grab Ben and say, sorry, we can't let you leave this precinct.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, you've been a cop for how long and you don't know that this is a setup? Like, why would he walk into your office like, doo-doo-doo, I'm done hanging out in abandoned buildings. I'm going to tell you where the last piece of evidence is so you can go hide it.
hey, remember 30 minutes ago when we were hanging out with that red-headed guy, that red-shirted guy, and I was just hanging behind the wall board? Well, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about a necklace that's missing. So Hannah goes back to the alley to find the St. Jude necklace. He finds it. It must have fallen off during the struggle. And then we cut to the courtroom. Hannah's on the stand. And again, Richard Hurd is just overacting to the nth degree on this one. I mean, he is just way over the top.
Why did he give his address on the stand? Isn't that public record?
I don't know. That's a very good question.
Like, he's like, my address is the so-so and so-and-so. And you're like, oh my God. If this person gets off, they could come kill you for putting. Like, what just happened?
Kill you and drag your body into an abandoned house
With the evidence in a box.
with the evidence in a box and the punk rock band playing in the background. Anyways,
Oh my God. This episode is silly.
so Ben presents Shanley's list of the 5 killings, and he accuses Hannah of taking cocaine out of the evidence lockup, as well as possibly some guns as
He's
well.
testifying, Your Honor.
That's right. By the way, again, this goes back to, we're going to take it back to another comedy bit that we had a few episodes ago. Again, we've learned that if you're working evidence lockup, you don't give a damn about your job. You could care less. Ben Matlock gets to do whatever he wants, or this guy, Captain Hannah, gets to take anything he wants.
That's
out of
pretty
lockup.
much any cop show. Like, the evidence locker, it's not safe.
It's not safe at all. You or I could walk in and just
You might
walk
as well
out.
let your kids go in there and play with what they have. They don't care.
This butterfly knife, this 8-ball of heroin, whatever. Also, Hannah sold his pickup truck for $10,000. Excuse me, I got that wrong. For $5,000, so he could help frame Reese. Again, I don't understand that real quickly, because there's easy ways to explain where that $5,000 came from. Maybe he withdrew it from the bank earlier that night. Now the cocaine and the guns totally different. But so then we get on this topic of the St. Jude medal, right? And it's the final clue.
He's like, it's my medal. And Ben's like, read the bottom in small writing. It says BLM. I'm like, holy crap.
No. It's he explained it. It's Benjamin Leighton Matlock.
I know. I'm like, holy crap.
Which I didn't know Leighton was his middle name.
Neither did I. It probably changes.
like his daughters. They just inexplicably change. Next time he's going to be Benjamin Alexander Matlock. Or Bam, as the kids call him on the streets. Hannah doesn't have the right necklace. That's basically the thing. He has Ben's. Okay. No. Okay. I'm flabbergasted by this. First of all, would you not notice that there's additional writing on the medal? Because they make the big deal that his wife got it ingrained. It said something about "for us forever."
You probably didn't look because he correctly grabbed it. I know, John, but in the reality of this episode that we got, and when I remake this as a spoof, there's going to be a scroll that comes out of the locket.
It's going to be the Gettysburg Address.
7 years ago, I gave this to you because I loved you. Can you tell Les Calhoun to stop fixing things? Oh my God, my wife didn't know Les Calhoun. What is happening? You got me.
Well, that's it. Basically, reveal Ben has. Where did Ben get one? Like, he doesn't mention. Like, listen to me. There could have been just 2 minutes of dialogue where Ben goes, "Oh, my wife bought me one of those too." Like it was a trendy thing to do.
Because he probably found it first. He found it and then he had one made up. That sounds like something Matlock would do. Oh, Tyler probably found it, just not on camera. I don't think Ben's. Well, he might be hanging out in alleyways. I don't know anymore. Everything's up in the air.
Yeah, that's right. What's up is down. What's down is up.
He's popping out of abandoned buildings. Ha! Got you.
All right. That's all the notes I have. Jason, do you have any?
I like the freeze frame at the end.
Yeah, the freeze frame was nice.
I really like that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
we've said it all.
So let's get into our closing statements. This is the part of the podcast where Jason and I will reveal our ratings. I'm so exhausted from this absolutely ridiculous episode.
Usually he's like, this is a part of the podcast. Today he's like, this is part of the podcast. It's because I've been teasing him for going too quick.
No, I'm physically exhausted from trying to make heads or tails out of this script.
I love this episode.
All right, hold on. Let me do the disclaimer. All right, this is part of the podcast where Jason and I are going to rate this episode. We're going to rate it on a gavel system. 1 gavel for completely trash episode, 5 gavels for an absolutely awesome episode. Not only will we give our ratings, but we'll justify why we decided to give this particular rating. So, Jason,
this episode,
wait a minute. I need a minute to catch my breath, so you go first.
This episode was going to be a 3, but after the conversation we just had about it, it has bumped up to a 4. This episode is a 4 out of 5. It is comical. It is hysterical. It is some of the best comedy I have seen on this show so far. I'm not even being sarcastic. We got Ben jumping out of abandoned building closets. We've got, running for red shirt people in a sea of what should be red shirt people. And it's fascinating.
Wait, I'm out. If you do remake this, I think the theme has to be done by Redman.
Sure, but the Benny Hill music is going to play a huge part in this episode.
You're not giving me any credit for that Method Man and Redman comment.
Yeah, be fine.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if our audience knows who Redman is.
Oh, they can Google it.
I do want to say that I had more fun talking about this episode than I did watching it. So I definitely rated higher than The Judge from season 1. It's a similar kind of episode where there's some things just don't make sense, but overall, I can't give it less than a 4. It's so much fun.
All right.
I give it -25 because nothing makes sense.
No.
The writers didn't even show up that day. It was all improv. What are we going to do next? I'm going to go into this abandoned building. You're going to chase a red-shirted guy because there's only one that lives in this town. You're going to chase him through this building, and I'm going to pop out and be like, gotcha.
The writers were probably doing the cocaine that was in Reese's car, probably. Anyways, I give it 2 gavels.
All wow, right. That's better than I thought you would.
I had flirted with 1, but I'm like, you know what? I'll give it 2 gavels. I really liked the beginning where we had the Punisher storyline, and I thought that was something interesting.
Like, I forgot all about that in the span of talking about this episode.
I know. You're right. At least when you said you had more fun talking about the episode than watching it, I agree with you. This was a blast to review this episode,
and then we wouldn't have had it without this episode. So this episode is great.
That's why it's not getting a 1. It's getting a 2. I also said that, like, the negative is, to me, why is Reese the scapegoat? Like, that's never clearly
because they're
explained.
friends. It's because they're friends.
Okay,
they're friends with each other. That's the issue, and I'm okay with that. It makes sense to me in my head.
Hurd's overacting was bad. That was a negative.
Actually, I love the over. I love overacting is so much fun.
I did also no Michelle, no Tyler, but we did get
Michelle wasn't in this episode.
No, she wasn't.
I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, she wasn't in there, but I did put this down as a positive. We are getting a little bit more of an expanded role for some of the auxiliary characters like Bob Brooks. So I thought that was a plus. Yeah, 2 gavels for me.
As an episode without a podcast, this would be like not the worst episode of the season so far. But because we have this podcast, and I hope you guys are having as much fun listening as we have had doing this. I don't even know what John's going to cut out and what he's going to keep in, but it was fun. And kudos to this episode. I'm ready to explore more of season 3, and I'm looking forward to Conrad joining the show. Because I am missing Tyler.
Yeah, I'm missing Tyler too. And, like I said, I missed Michelle on this episode because I thought there was a lot of possibilities that there could have been. And I'm not trying to say that it has to be a woman helping a woman, but it would have been a nice little added touch to this that, Dawson is the female cop and Michelle can relate to her, being in a male-dominated field. If you wanted to go that route and have a little bit of that storyline in there. Yeah, overall, folks, I hope you're enjoying the episodes. We didn't start real strong with season 3 because it was the lemon, but it's rebounded quite a bit. And, so we leveled off with a few episodes in the middle, but we are really, truly hoping that you are enjoying the episode. Jason, let's let them know one more time how they can let us know if they like us and like what we're doing or whatnot. Where can they email us?
You guys can email us at benmattalk@gmail.com.
Or find us on social media at Mattalk Podcast on Facebook and at Mattalk_podcast on Twitter. Jason, we've already talked about it. Columbus Podcast Awards. Again, folks, click that link, ColumbusPodcastAwards.com/nominees. Oh, excuse me, nominations, not nominees. Just click the link. It's easier. And you'll go right on in, TV and Film Division. Click that little button for Matt Talk. We would appreciate it. Voting ends July 31st. What's going on with the Three Geeks podcast, Jason?
We're almost done with Tyler. I didn't even realize that. Three
What?
Geeks.
Wait a minute. Time out. Wait. Don't go further. What do you mean?
Season 3 is it.
That's it. Okay. All right. Okay.
He might spill into the beginning of season 4, but he's
Okay.
not in the whole season.
Okay. Go ahead. Carry
Three
on.
Geeks
about Three
Podcast.
Geeks.
You guys can download us anywhere that you find your podcast. Check out 3geeks.ninja. The website is in need of massive renovation. I promise I'm going to get to that very, very soon. But if you jump on 3geeks.ninja, you can listen to this show. You can listen to 3 Geeks. 3 Geeks is not for the faint of heart. It is definitely not safe for work. And you can also listen to the PVD cast, which is mildly safe for work.
Yeah, there you go. And the PVD cast, of course, is my personal podcasting project. Got lots of cool things happening with that. Again, pvdcast.com or through 3geeks.ninja or wherever you find great podcasts. And Jason will update that website as soon as he hires an IT guy from all that Disney money he's getting.
Oh, yeah. Disney
Word.
presents Jason.
Presents
That's how I'm going to have to sign my name from now on.
just Jason.
No, Disney presents Jason Taylor.
Well,
I have
that's
to add the whole Disney presents.
I like that.
That's fine. If they want to
that's-
tattoo Mickey Mouse on my face and pay me, I'll do it.
Ooh, face tattoos.
I don't leave my house really anyway.
Well, that's true. You work from home.
Like, that'd be kind of like blackface. All right. Anyway, I'm not gonna do that. So I hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe. Love each other and hug your neighbor.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, as they say in court, nothing further. The following has been a joint production between the Three Geeks Podcast and John Orlando Enterprises, LLC, copyright 2022.